My sister-in-law DNA tested my daughter behind my back and then paraded the results all up in my daughter's face. Am I the a-hole for what I did next? I have a daughter who's 6. I am not my daughter's biological father. There is literally no blood relation between us. I was friends with her mother throughout all of my childhood. We were never romantically involved. When my daughter was a newborn, about 2 months technically, both her mother and father were unalived. I won't go into too much detail, but it was a workplace. Pew, 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 pew. My friend and her husband worked in the exact same building, and they were both gotten. Both my friend and her husband grew up with less than ideal families, so there was not any siblings for their daughter to go to. I was pretty much the next person that was available to take her because there was no next of kin. Because I was close to them, I was able to adopt her. And even though I was iffy about me myself having kids, I'd be darned if I watched my friend who I watched go through the foster care system's daughter also go through that exact same foster care system, which she had worked to actively get married so that her child would never have to go through that situation. It was just a wow that everything happened how it happened, because I was like, ain't this some bullshit? But I had to go ahead and cut fate off and be like, you will not continue this cycle of damaged human beings. We're going to stop it here because the mother did what she needed to do to stop the generational curse of not ideal families. And yet things still went wrong. But that's okay because my daughter grew up with an amazing family, me and mine. I initially did not want to have a child, but I learned to love her as my own. My parents and my siblings know that my daughter is adopted, but they also know that that is my daughter and a part of our family. My daughter, I call Lily for the post, also knows that she's adopted. I have never hid the fact that she's adopted. She knows her parents aren't here anymore and was taken out by a horrible person. But honestly, I'm saving the gruesome details for when she's older. Lily does not look like me at all. She looks exactly like her mother or biological dad. When people see us in public, they just assume I'm her biological father and that she looks just like her mother. I don't really correct this when or if people assume this because it just seems unnecessary. My brother has been with his fiance for about 2 years now, and they have a 1-year-old. A few weeks ago, we was all meeting up at my parents' house, and my sister-in-law ended up seeing a picture of me when I was younger. Inside of the picture was my friend, her husband, and me. My sister-in-law inquired, who exactly is this lady? And I let them know it was Lily's mom. She got quiet and just stared at the picture for a long period of time. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I did not think much of it. To clarify, she knows that my friend isn't here anymore. But I guess one of the things she didn't know is that my friend is married, or the fact that she was married to a different man other than me. She didn't know that Lily was not my biological child. Well, at the dinner table, my parents announced that they had made a college fund for both grandkids. It was going to be around the sums of $50,000 each. We was all very happy to hear this, and we ended up going back home afterwards. Literally, it was about a month later when I observed that my sister-in-law had got distant from my daughter. I was kind of confused about this situation because I thought that they had a pretty good life. Literally, it got to the point where anytime Lily would play with her son, she would go ahead and grab him and let Lily know, oh, my baby needs a nap. Or when Lily asks her something, she ignores her and tells her she's busy when all she's doing is on her phone. Well, it all came to a head because one day she came to my house to tell me she had something urgent to let me know. I was definitely interested. Well, I found out that my sister-in-law got a DNA test done on my daughter behind my back. She used my brother's DNA to see if my daughter had any linkage DNA to the grandparents or my brother. And y'all not gonna believe this, there was none at all. When the DNA test came back that her husband and my baby was not related, she knew for a fact me and my baby couldn't be related. She came straight to my door with the results and waved them in my face, saying that I was taking care of a deceased woman's affair baby. I was in shock. She said this directly to me in front of my daughter. We were both in the living room looking at this lady while she spewed this shit. I couldn't believe the fact that she came with this epic gotcha and was on the floor laughing my ass off because I was like, whoa, I thought it was horrible bad news that she was going to tell me. She didn't tell me nothing. I told her straight up, yeah, I adopted Lily. That's not my biological child. You know adoption exists, right? Her face went from regular to red. She then stormed off. My brother is mad that I embarrassed his fiancée, but I countered she embarrassed herself because not only did she come to me, she went to my parents talking about, listen, I know you wanted to give both of your grandkids $50K for a college fund, but you only have one grandkid. They already knew she was adopted, so they just sat there and listened to her speak. She actually suggested that the whole 100K should go straight to her son and that Lily shouldn't get anything because she's not related by blood. I was appalled. My mom, who is usually very kind, kicked her out of the house. She had made it clear right then and there that Lily is her grandchild. She told my sister-in-law if she did not respect that Lily is their grandbaby, she does not belong in our family. Since then, my brother and his significant other have been very quiet. I have kept all of this quiet from Lily. She does not need to know that she almost got pushed out of the family because of money. Crazy to me, but at the same time, it is okay, and she knows that she is loved and cared about. And I am super, super, super happy that I have the parents that I have that would stand up for Lily the way that they did.